Hi and welcome to In the Chair. I'm Brenton Garron, your Executive Editor of Westside Today. I'm again joined by Sue Himmelrich, who will join the Santa Monica City Council on December 9 for part 2 of this interview. Yes.
Thanks for having me.
So when you do join the City Council in December, I guess there's a feeling that it's going to be a pro-development to now a slow growth, sort of a City Council with a 4-3 vote. Do you feel that way?
I think that's probably correct. I believe that you need to look at adaptive reuse before you look at scraping a lot and building anew. I think that I, as everybody now knows, am not in favor of condominiums on top of hotels on Ocean Avenue. I think that we are a very dense, saturated city already, and we need to figure out some of our density problems before we forge ahead with a lot more density.
So if you had to have a general message for any developer who's looking to come to Santa Monica with a mixed-use development, is there something that you would suggest that they definitely take a look at if they do want to have a chance at getting the City Council get it approved?
Well, I'm not the only arbiter of this, but we've been doing this in the Planning Commission. We want larger units. Those are priority projects. It should have at least, if it's going to be a larger project, at least 20% affordable, and we're starting to see that as a regular matter now, because Santa Monica has become so expensive that the people who are holding most of the jobs in Santa Monica can't afford to live here. And that's something that, if we want to maintain the fabric of our community, if we want to have the excellent schools with Santa Monica children in them, and we want people to be living closer to where they work so they can spend more time with their family, we need larger units, we need family units, and that's been our emphasis for quite a while now, I think.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 15 seconds after this message from our sponsor.
Since 1978, Louise's has been LA's favorite handmade Italian with a community-first emphasis and dedication to the freshest ingredients. Check out the new prefix menu, a 3-course meal for only $16. For more information, visit louises.com.
Let's talk briefly about Santa Monica Airport. As we know, the agreement with the FAA and the city ends in June 30, 2015. What is your vision for that airport and how that land should be used?
Well, I've always thought it should be a park, first and foremost. Santa Monica is in a comparative indicator study they do, that Santa Barbara does every 2 years, various beach towns, including Huntington Beach and Newport Beach and Santa Barbara, and I think maybe Redondo or Hermosa. We have the lowest ratio of parks to people of any of those cities, and that includes, they're all beach cities, so it's not an excuse that we have the beach. We don't have enough parks here, and parks are important not only because people need to be in open spaces in order to relieve some of the stress of living in a very urban environment, but also because the green stuff in parks helps make our air better. Mm-hmm. So there are various reasons that we could have more parks and should have more parks, and I would support turning it into a park, even if it's not Tongva Park per se. Mm-hmm.
Would you say that you're against the complete, or for the complete shutdown of the airport, or like a partial shutdown?
Well,
in a perfect
I would
world.
take, in a perfect world, I think that a total shutdown is probably the desirable result. If we could get rid of the jets in the airport, based on the studies that I've seen, and you've probably seen, that show that the jets, from a noise pollution and air pollution point of view, are the thing that's really pose the greatest risk to us, not only in terms of pollution, but also in terms of threats to adjacent neighborhoods.
Well, Sue, thanks again, and we look forward to seeing a lot more of you on the City Council in the next 4 years.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. We'll be back next week, so don't forget to check out westsidetoday.com to see who's in the chair. I'm Brenton Garron, Westside TV.